Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined with two amazing women. I have been coming here for the longest time, even before you guys had this salon. It's been almost 6 years since high school, and I've graduated from college, so it's been a long time. A freshman, yeah. So maybe even 10 years. 8 years. So the first question is very simple, and it is: where are you from? Your background? How did you get started?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Okay, I'm from Nigeria, as you know. Born there, raised there, and came over here 15 plus years, no, actually 17 plus years ago. But I've always loved to do hair, so I'm from Nigeria. That's where I got my early education and stuff like that.
I'm from the islands. I'm from Jamaica, and actually been here about maybe 12, 13 years. So I actually started doing hair freelance on and off with my friends and stuff, and it was something fun that I like to do, but I didn't see myself doing it as a career. And then after being in several industries, corporate and all that for a few years, I realized that it was boring and it was not my style. I didn't want to be behind a desk or a cubicle, so I decided to do something hands-on, and that's what came to mind.
So when it comes to life before you guys got into the beauty industry, what did you guys do before that? Was it college and then further training, or was it straight into the work field? What was that like?
Well, I went to college. As a matter of fact, I did journalism myself. Yes. So, I went to college. I have my my undergrad, postgrad, and I've always wanted to do hair. I love doing hair. I was just fortunate to have human bodies. I had 3 sisters, lots of aunties, lots of cousins. I always did their hair, always did my hair. And my dad said, no, you have to go to college. You're African parents out there, you have to go to college. I'm not doing all my dime. Then when you have your money, you can do whatever you want to do. So I was like, okay. So the most important thing now is when I came here and I was doing my kids' hair, and everybody liked it, and they were like, I'll pay you for it. I said, what? You pay me to do hair? I've been doing it for free all my life. So it was fun, and I decided to go to beauty school. I was doing it in my home for a minute, and then I decided to go to beauty school. That's where I met her, Tally, yes. Well, I started before her, and this young lady came into class, and she was like, you have to introduce yourself when you come into class. And she was like, what's your name? My name is Natalia Savage, but call me Tally. I was like, I like that. She just had this attitude, and she was like, call me Tally. And she sat down. I was like, I like her. But not only that, she was super, super smart. Very, very intelligent. I'm like, somebody's going to give me a run for my head. So it was nice because, you go to school. I think I was the oldest, right?
In our
yes.
group, yeah.
So I was the oldest, but it was funny that the young kids, they couldn't catch up. They were, they were less than smart,
Did you have similar beginnings when it comes to like?
No, but when she came into class, it was a breath of fresh air. I'm Nigerian, okay? We like to compete. That is our thing, we like to be challenged academically. And she came in and she was like whipping it up. I was like, okay, now I have to be on my P's and Q's. So I had to study hard and stuff. And we had a friendship, and it was just nice to see that she was very smart. And it's been a pleasure since then.
And then did you go straight to beauty school, or did you? No.
I've just kind of played around with what I wanted to do. I didn't like school, and that was just the thing. I didn't like school. I didn't like being told what to do all day long. I don't like people breathing on my neck. I don't like you to time me, things like that. So I did, in Jamaica, you don't really have a lot of industries that are very viable for success or high streams of income. It's either you're gonna do tourism, which, as you know, Jamaica, everybody wants to go to Jamaica, or you're gonna do banking, or maybe in the medical field. But none of those were things that I saw myself doing. So I tried my hand at doing hospitality management, and I went to school for it, but I sucked at it. Within a year, I was like, no, this is just a waste of time.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I just didn't like, not that I don't like authority, but I just feel like if I know how to do something, just let me do it.
Exactly.
Or it's just not for me type of thing.
Like more freedom to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So after the second year, I just kind of bailed on it, and then, long story short, I came here and I was like, okay, I tried to do the whole corporate thing. Well, actually, I started waiting tables, worked my way up to a corporate job, and I got stuck behind the desk, like I said. So that wasn't for me. I was totally bored, and I was like, I need to do something where I can, kind of be in control. Where, right. Well, that too. I had my first child. I was like, I couldn't do this. They were kind of just breathing down my neck all the time. You know how corporate is. So I was like, let me do something where I'm in control of my time of the day. I can still be family oriented, and I can make money, and it will be fun. And I like people. I mean, this is the industry to meet people and have fun with people. And we meet all walks of people from all walks of life. So it's fun to do that, meet people and make them feel happy at the end of the day. And so
you guys mentioned like you were pregnant and you had a child.
Right.
How did you guys balance being, especially now that you run a business, how do you balance being business owners as well as having a family and being mothers?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough because, at the end of the day, you realize that, you live in a society where, coming from Africa, kind of the community helps you raise your kids, and it's easier to have, labor is cheap, so it's easier to have like nannies, drivers, chefs,
exactly.
They call them cooks, but that can help you around the house and do little menial tasks. But living here, you realize, and you're not from the society, you realize that, they're not so much family oriented like they think.
Yeah.
So you have to do everything. You're your own cook, your own driver, your own chef, and then you don't want the system to raise your children. I have 3 kids. I have a 20 going on 21, 17 going on 18, and 15 going on 16, but I was a stay-at-home mom for 6 years, not by choice, but because my middle one, she was a twin birth, lost the older one, her twin, which was a boy, and she had a lot of complications, so I decided I was going to stay home to take care of the kids, and also because went to the hospital almost every day. Basically, that was why I stayed here, because of the healthcare system, because I was paying for so much back home, for, I didn't get the results, so that was why I came here. But then I realized, that my daughter, which was 3 at that time, she was learning a lot of crazy stuff, in preschool and all that, and daycare. And she was getting sicker, so I had to pull her out and I had to take care of her. And then you realize that you have to do so much with them in school. Homework, you have to cook, you have to clean, if you want them to be successful, which is what I did. So that was why it was easier to work from home, and I couldn't do that. I was a preschool teacher for a minute, but now we work by appointments, that way we're able to set our own schedules, and we're able to balance family, and work,
Exactly.
So
I think it makes it easier to kind of be in control of the clientele that you have, and also be in control of what type of services you offer, because most stylists, as you know, most salons, they'll have a system where they'll sit in the salons all day, and all day, all night, they're sitting there waiting for people to come, waiting for people to go. But because we're appointment only most of the time, well, we do take walk-ins, but it's mostly on the weekends. But most of the time, because we have that strong, strict appointment system, it gives us the leeway to leave, pick up our kids, maybe go home, cook something, come back, things of that nature. So that's how we've been doing it for almost 6 years, and it's been quite successful. Most of our clients, based on what we have and referrals that we get, they know that we're strict about it, and because of that, they know we don't want to waste their time, and vice versa. So they come in on time and get their service done, and they go, and then in between we can do what we need to do here or at home. So it works for us. Most salons don't operate that way, and we are aware of that.
And it works for them too.
It works for them too, but for us, we found that that's how we can do a proper work-life balance type of situation, and everybody's happy. The husbands are happy, the kids are happy, the clients are happy. So everybody's happy, and
the kids are happy too, because they understand your schedule. You can tell them ahead of time. So we try to balance our schedule and compartmentalize our schedule with our kids' schedule
Exactly.
and our husband's schedule.
Right.
You know, so everything just flows through. You know, and when we meet people, we tell them we're moms first.
Right.
It's very important. We're moms first, so you got to understand that about us. And we don't like to waste anybody's time. Like she said, when you come in, because we're strictly on appointment, you know, we're ready for you when you come. And we already know how long your service is going to take.
Right.
And if you're a new client and you're a little bit hesitant, so what we tell you is come in for a consultation, and then we can assess, you know, your hair status and whatever is going on with you, and then we can tell you, okay, it's going to take like 4 to 5 hours and stuff, and then we can book you for a better time.
That's
And
something I
hey,
like about the way you guys run your business. You almost build a relationship with your clients. It's not like a one-time stop and you never see them again.
Right.
It's like a continuous relationship that you have with your clients.
Yeah, hairstylists are almost like therapists.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you're somebody allows you into their space. You know, you gotta be respectful of their space. You know, I mean, we've cried with them, we've fetted with them.
Yeah.
You know, we've encouraged them along the wayside.
Exactly.
You know, and it's always, you know, like we've seen a lot of clients, you know, that have through high school, they graduated, little kids now driving their cars in here. Like, Mom, I just got my car for my 16th, but I'm like, oh my God, we were just in elementary school yesterday,
Right.
you know? So it's a blessing, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
You know, you're introduced into people's lives, and you got to respect that.
Exactly.
You know, and we're very grateful for that. We're very, very
You guys
grateful
also,
for that.
this is more on my personal opinion, but seeing you guys run this business and be working moms is very inspiring for women like me who are just starting life, you know, recent graduates about to like enter that part of their lives, and seeing it being done in such a, you guys make it look graceful, even though I know it's a lot of work. You make it look a lot more easier than it obviously is, and it's a lot more inspiring to see that firsthand.
Yeah, you have to, you know, after a while you develop a system. So it becomes very systematic, you know, and then nobody has time to waste. I mean, it's the era of social media now. I mean, you're blogging and stuff like that. So everything is more transient now. You know, it's fast paced.
Quick.
So you have to understand that, you know, when somebody tells you 5 o'clock, it has to be 5 o'clock. And we don't operate on a normal schedule. Sometimes I'm here at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning.
People
Sometimes I
always
walk
come
late.
in and ask us, when
know?
do you guys open? And you know, it's hard to tell them. I'm like, we don't have an open time. If someone wants to come in at 4 a.m. because they're professional, they have a flight, or they need to be in a meeting at 8 a.m., we will come in at 4. It just depends on the flow of the day, what type of service you're getting, and things of that nature. So we don't have an open close time. I mean, technically we do, but we don't go by that. But that's because we want to also encourage and also go around other working moms and kind of, you know, help them out too, just like we want, you know, to be able to be flexible on our own too. So
that brings me to my next question. So how has it been being female business owners, more specifically being Black women owning the business?
it's
or running
tough.
the business?
It's tough because
So
we have a
that's
lot of, you know, the backlash that comes to us from our own Black women is just sometimes ridiculous. We get a lot of support from the Black community, and we get support from, like I said, mothers and working women, even, you know, a lot of minorities, they come in here. We do all types of, we do all races. We do, you know, there's no discrimination, but we find that most of the time it's our own Black women that give us the backlash, like, why are you charging this amount? Oh, I did it somewhere else and she charged me cheaper. And, you know, I mean, at the same time, we always say there's always someone for everyone. So I might not be the stylist for you. She might not be the stylist for you. There's always someone that will cater to your needs the way you like. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of them bash you because they feel like, well, who do you think you are type of thing. You're just a Black stylist and you should just be happy I'm here.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you go to the Asians or you go to the Caucasian salons, they're charging, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for things that we, you know, we do as well, and you don't complain about that. And that's the truth. And, you know, they're willing to freely give money to them because of the status, you know. Whereas we have a small business, we're trying to grow that and build on that, and they're, you know, making it look like we're trying to nickel and dime them, and that's not the case. You know, we're trying to thrive, because if we don't thrive, then later on you're going to be the same person as the client saying, oh, there's not many great hair salons, Black hair salons that know what they're doing. You know, so it's a push and pull type of situation.
And one thing that you guys also hone in on, and I see, is the quality of the work you produce.
Yeah.
You don't just do someone's hair to get them out the chair. You make sure their natural hair is healthy.
Right.
Yeah, and then I've been cussed out for that too. I've been called the B word, the F word,
You have to be the bad guy.
the MF word, whatever you can call it.
Because we tell people
that's
no a
okay.
lot. Yeah.
We're not afraid to say.
We don't
see.
Yeah.
Like we always say, there's a mantra we have here: to bed at night, knowing that we've done the best we can.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, I believe in God. You know, and she does too. Thank God for that. And when you do something, you know, we come here with a lot of humility. You know, that's why we wear our black. This is a look for the cameras today because we don't wear
They
makeup.
hardly ever wear makeup.
Okay,
And they're naturally
so
beautiful too.
we'll never do all that. But I mean, hey, we're there to spruce it up a little bit.
Right.
You know, but you know, when people
It's
come
all
in
about
here,
you.
Exactly.
you know, want it to be about the customer. You know, not everybody's, you know, a candidate for a particular service.
Right.
You know, and one thing we realize is, you know, we're licensed cosmetologists. We went to school, beauty school for this. We spent a lot of money. I'm still paying my student
Right.
loan. You know,
And we do continue
you know,
education,
and we
which
do
is very,
continue
very
education
important.
too.
You know.
But when people come in here, because we don't keep this place plugged in, you know, we have people coming in and out because we don't want to have 10, 15 people sitting down
Waiting.
at the same
Right.
time. But we have, you know, a good inflow during the day, and we do all sorts of services. Braided, so you saw it today. The ponytail took a shorter time, even though she started before me, she finished before me, and the braided service took a long time. And not everybody is a client, is a candidate for
that.
braids, you know. We do natural hair, we do chemically relaxed hair too. But a lot of people are into the natural craze, the protective stage,
Protective styles,
you
yeah.
know. But not everybody is a candidate for
No.
every type of protective style.
So we are versatile
You know?
with that. They're expecting that generic type of salon where you come in, you ask for something, you get it, you pay, you go. But because we're so knee deep in that hair care core, you know, trying to make sure your hair is thriving. If we're touching it, we're gonna make sure it's thriving.
Exactly.
Even if you come just 3 times a year, we're making sure that each time you come, your hair is thriving. And we're gonna give you tips for when you go home and all that stuff to make sure that it's thriving. Because for us, it's more of a pain to take care of damaged hair. So we don't want you to come in here with your damaged hair because you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing outside, only because I didn't do my job as a stylist to let you know what to do at home. So that's the things we take into consideration. But when people come in with that mindset that, hey, I'm gonna come in, ask for micros, but then they have alopecia going on, they have hair loss, breakage, and then we'll tell them you're not a candidate. They leave mad because they're so, you know, embedded in that generic way of, oh, I'm just gonna get what I want and go. But we would be doing you a disservice if we doing what you're asking for and we know the results.
Let's move on to the positives. What is one, or maybe more positives you guys have had from this business?
knowing people like you.
Thank you.
Knowing people like you.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, meeting people, being invited into their homes, seeing young ladies growing up to be young girls growing up to be, you know, young, responsible adults. You know, it's a thing of joy. I mean, we might not make a lot in this profession, but just seeing that transition in their lives, and you're like, oh my God, you know, this is who they are.
We've attended a lot of graduations,
you know, high school graduation, and you're attending their college graduations, and we're like weddings now.
Yeah, we're waiting on the wedding. We're not quite there. We're not quite there at the wedding, but we're hoping. But I mean, it's a joy.
Those are the births of, you know, clients' kids. Yes, you know, it's beautiful to see that. It's, you know, those are one of the things that just make you happy.
Right.
It just makes you happy, meeting their new husbands. What you mean, Marissa got married? You know, we met a new husband and stuff like that. It was like, oh my God, Marissa, you're married.
So
you know?
that's an upside, definitely. And also another upside is to just see someone grow into themselves, and they'll come and they'll be like, okay, well, I've been wearing this hair long for such as this year. I just want to cut it, you know, and then we talk about it. Of course, we're not just gonna cut it, and that's not how I roll. But we talk about it, and then they decide to proceed, and then you cut it, and you just see the life weight just lift off of them that's definitely a plus for me personally. I like to see when people go, you know, they grow into themselves, and your hair is a part of that. So if you feel like, okay, I'm just gonna be traveling from now on, I just want this type of hair, and then you just do it, and you just see the person just kind of transform.
Like a life change, like the next
right,
step, yeah.
right. So that's another plus for me.
And for me, another positive too is a lot of people that when we're going to start told us we ain't going to make it.
Ooh,
yes,
The haters.
That's true.
So it's
Shout out to the haters.
Shout out.
So 6 years
Shout out to the
after,
ones, yeah.
6 years, almost 6 years after,
Yeah.
seeing a lot of businesses close up around you.
Yeah.
And then you're still standing.
Right,
It's
right.
where people tell you, oh, why you working appointment only? That doesn't work.
Yeah,
You know, just
appointment only don't
doing
work.
this stuff
Why-
doesn't work.
Why don't you do more flyers or whatever else it did? What I
doesn't
don't know.
work, you know?
So what do you want your clients, when they get up from the chair, their hair is done, they walk out, what feeling do you want them to have?
Snapchat.
Get ready for social media.
Social media.
Snap.
Yeah.
Texting their boo. Oh my
Confidence,
God.
confidence.
Yeah.
But also just feeling like, okay, I'm happy with the person that styled my hair. Like, it, you know, when you get that feedback, like you're happy with the person's results physically, but then they're happy with the fact that they found someone that understands them.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Let me be the one that understands your hair, and then you realize that, okay, like I don't have to keep shop hopping now. I have, you know, someone that understands me and my hair.
Yeah, like a home for your hair.
Yeah, for example, you know, the lady I styled this morning, she gave me a lot of rules and regulations. Oh my God, I'm tender-headed. When people do my hair, I get bumps everywhere. It's very hard. It's this. I'm like, okay, let me know what your comfort level is. You know, if you're uncomfortable, let me know. Because I try to work with people. I like to try to walk through it. I keep asking, are you okay? Are you okay? Let me know. Is it too tight? Is it not too tight? We ask a lot. Do you like it? Do you like it? Let me know.
Always
Do you
very
like
accommodating.
it?
And
Yeah,
you know how
you
you
have
feel.
to.
If you
Yeah.
don't like it, let me know. And we give you like 24 hours to 48 hours,
yeah.
you know, to actually get back to us.
Yeah.
Let us know. If there's anything you don't like, call us. We'll fix it.
Right.
We've done so many people's hair
Right.
over at no cost to them.
Right.
So that makes us happy, you know, knowing that we'll listen to your concerns and we're able to work with you side by side. Makes us happy.
Thank you guys so much for sitting down
Thank
with me,
you.
inviting me
It
to your
was
space
so
to
much
talk to
fun.
you. And if you guys want to find out more about Driz Hair Salon, I'm going to link everything down below. Follow them on social media.
Yes.
Slide in your
_hairstyles.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Thank you.